NCIS, Sydney Episode 5 Spoilers, Doggiecino Day Afternoon. Welcome to Dream USA 24, my channel. The episode of NCIS, Sydney airing on December 12 is titled Doggiecino Day Afternoon. Although there aren't any images yet, CBS has provided us with a synopsis, which we will update on this page as soon as images are available. On Tuesday, December 12, 8:09 p.m. ET/PT, on the CBS television network and streaming on Paramount Plus, live and on demand for Paramount Plus with scheduled time subscribers, or on demand for Paramount Plus Essential subscribers the day after the episode airs. The team races to save one of their own when Doc Roy, William McKinns, and his dog are involved in a hostage situation at their local dog cafe. David Keyser directed and Michael Miller wrote the episode. Normally, we would be getting ready for the return of beloved television shows like NCIS, Hawaii in the fall. The strikes by authors and actors demanding just recompense have made this year something but typical. We'll keep you informed on all NCIS Hawaii has to offer, including information on the Season 3 premiere date, the origins of LL Cool J's edition, and much more. Latest info on NCIS Hawaii Season 3. With a customary Hawaiian blessing in Oahu, Season 3 production will begin on Monday, December 4, CBS confirmed. Additionally scheduled to attend is LL Cool J, who will make a cameo appearance in Season 3 as his NCIS Los Angeles character Sam Hanna. When will NCIS Hawaii Season 3 air? Season 3 of NCIS Hawaii will premiere on Monday, February 12 at 10/9 C. It will happen after NCIS's Season 21 debut. Is Season 3 of NCIS Hawaii starring LL Cool J? Indeed, one day after concluding a 14-season career on NCIS Los Angeles, the actor returned with a surprise cameo as Sam Hanna in the Season 2 finale. For Season 3, the rapper will be a recurring guest star on NCIS Hawaii. In the dramatic NCIS Hawaii sophomore finale, Jane and Kate Whistler, Tori Anderson, engaged in a fierce gunfight in Caracas, Venezuela, after learning that their adversary Adrian Creel, Jay Ali, who had been presumed dead after Tennant and her CIA mentor Maggie Shaw, Julie White, detonated a car bomb, was in fact alive and seeking retribution. Until a sniper shot hit one of Adrian's goons, Tennant and Whistler's chances weren't looking good. Sam Hanna, who traveled from Morocco, where he was last seen on NCIS Los Angeles, was the man behind the camera. Tennant was assured by Sam that she always has people looking out for her, adding, "If you need anything else, you got my number." Executive producers Bosak, Nash, and Silver said in a joint statement in May 2023, "We at NCIS Hawaii have been huge fans of LL Cool J for years and couldn't be more thrilled or honored to be adding his spectacular talent to our ohana for Season 3. Lachey mentioned the three-show NCIS crossover in January 2023, which marked the first time she and LL Cool J shared the screen as a precursor to him joining the cast for Season 3. "We have had so much fun spreading the aloha to NCIS and NCIS La with the triple crossover. Todd Smith, LL Cool J's real name, is a welcome addition to the ohana, and we are excited to bring Sam Hanna to Hawaii to assist with some cases and maybe have a few laughs along the way," the actress and executive producer added. "This ride is going to be exciting." What can we expect from Season 3 of NCIS Hawaii? Though she and her mentor Maggie were successful in getting Adrian Creel off the board, it came with a lot of strings. Tennant's original plan was to arrest him, but that soon went out the window when Maggie shot and killed Adrian, explaining that she could not leave him alive since she had a lot to lose if she did. With Maggie on the lam and uncertainty surrounding how this will affect Tennant professionally, Season 3 of NCIS Hawaii is shaping up to be a very interesting one. It will be a different dynamic, I'll put it that way, in the beginning of Season 3, the actor told Entertainment Tonight in May 2023. Tennant's past and some of her emotional decisions do put other people in jeopardy and do pull us out of our job description. This was perhaps a hint at the addition of Sam Hanna. Noah Mills, Lachey's co-star, teased major changes coming for the team in Season 3. It will be interesting to observe what the NCIS's higher authorities decide to do to her legally. Who's starring in Season 3 of NCIS, Hawaii? Aside from LL Cool J joining the cast, no announcements have been made regarding cast departures or additions, so for the time being, we anticipate that the main ensemble will stay together. While it's possible that supporting characters like Enver Jokaj's Captain Joe Milius, whose chemistry with Tennant left many of us wanting more, and Henry Ian Cusick's supervisory agent John Swift will make a comeback, we'll have to wait until official word is received. These are the anticipated cast members for Season 3. Jane Tennant, played by Vanessa Lachey. Kai Holman, played by Alex Tarrant. Jesse Boone, played by Noah Mills. Al Bastami Yasmin as Lucy Terra. Ernie Malik, played by Jason Antoon. As Catherine Mary Kate Whistler, Tori Anderson. As Alex Tennant, Kian Talon. Cool J portraying Sam Hanna. Programs such as NCIS, Hawaii. Looking for more shows to binge watch like NCIS, Hawaii? Take a look at our selection of military crime dramas. Where can I see Hawaii-based NCIS? You may watch the first 2 seasons of NCIS, Hawaii online at Paramount+. Chicago Med Season 9, up-to-date, cast, release information, and additional details. Although Dr. Will Halstead, Nick Gelfus, will no longer be on the show, fans are still eager to see what's going on at Gaffney Chicago Medical Center. With billionaire Jack Dayton, Sasha Rose, wrecking the hospital's reputation and his own bank account with or 2.0, he must sell the hospital, meaning a management change will be occurring once again. Fans watched a series regular depart and get his happily ever after when Chicago Med Season 8 concluded. We now have a Chicago Med Season 9 premiere date after a lengthy fall without any new One Chicago episodes. In this episode, we talk about when Chicago Med returns, who we think will be in Season 9, and what else we currently know. More about 2023's Fall TV. Current news for Chicago Med Season 9. It's almost time to scrub in. NBC has announced the tentative end to the actors' strike along with the new mid-season premiere dates, and they're not wasting any time. Chicago Med returns for Season 9 on Wednesday, January 17 at 8/7C. New seasons of Chicago Fire and Chicago PD of One Chicago will also premiere that night. Chicago Med's 9th season premiere date. Chicago Med is aiming for 13 episodes for its forthcoming season, as is the case with most Dick Wolf productions, according to Deadline. Chicago Med Season 9 starts on NBC on Wednesday, January 17 at 8/7C. What can we expect from Chicago Med Season 9? Season 9 of Chicago Med will probably focus on new management since Season 8 concluded with the collapse of OR 2.0 and Jack Dayton's ownership of Gaffney Chicago Medical Center. It will also need to examine what the hospital is like without Dr. Halstead, who resigned and moved to Seattle to live with Natalie Manning, former series regular Tori DeVito. Other than that, the only surviving plot points are Dr. Daniel Charles, Oliver Platt, having unresolved relationship problems with his girlfriend Liliana, Alette Taylor, and her brother Paul, Christoph Conrad, and Dr. Dean Archer, Steven Weber, still needing a kidney donation after his son relapsed. Chicago Med's 9th season cast. Is there a new doctor in town? Season 9 will welcome a significant new cast member, a 30-something male physician with a history of troubled relationships and a history with Oliver Platt's Dr. Charles, according to a TV Line report on November 13. The new character will start out as a recurring with the possibility of becoming a series regular in Season 10. There have been no further casting announcements, but one actor who will most certainly not be returning is Gelfus, who left in the Season 8 final. After his exit, the only 3 original cast members left on Chicago Med are Marilyn Barrett, Estepatha Merkerson, and Oliver Platt. Royce is probably not coming back either, since his character is selling the hospital. The remaining cast members are listed below. Main cast of Chicago Med. Epatha Merkerson in the role of Sharon Goodwin. Daniel Charles, played by Oliver Platt. Maggie Lockwood, played by Marlene Barrett. Dominic Raines in the role of Marcel Crockett. As Dr. Dean Archer, Steven Weber. Playing Dr. Hannah Asher, Jesse Schramm. Cast recurring for Chicago Med. Dr. Sam Abrams, played by Brennan Brown. Nurse Doris, played by Lorena Diaz. Being Nurse Trini, Marie Treadway. Nurse Dina, played by Amanda Marcheski. As Liliana Wapniewski, Alette Taylor, Chicago Med to watch where. With a subscription, you can watch every season of Chicago Med on Peacock.com or buy it on Amazon Video or Apple TV. Chicago Fire Season 12. Up-to-date information, cast, release date, and additional details. Since Season 11 concluded, many concerns have been left unanswered by Chicago Fire fans. Among them are whether Sylvie Brett will accept Matt Casey's proposal, whether Stella Kidd will be able to convince Kelly Severide to return to Firehouse 51, and, perhaps most importantly, if Mouch will pass away. With a Season 12 premiere date set for the NBC drama, we're getting closer to learning what's next for everyone at the station. No Chicago Fire finale would be complete without plenty of drama, and Season 11 has delivered it in spades. Here we go over all the information we currently know about Chicago Fire Season 12, including the release date and any confirmed return cast members. Season 12 Chicago Fire newest news. The network isn't wasting any time, as Chicago Fire returns for Season 12 on Wednesday, January 17 at 9/8C. The other one Chicago shows, Chicago Med and Chicago PD, also return with new seasons that night at 8/7C and 10/9C respectively. With the actors' strike having officially ended, we can look forward to returning to Firehouse 51. Date of release for Chicago Fire Season 12. TV Line reports that the following seasons of the One Chicago series will consist of 13 episodes. Chicago Fire Season 12 will debut on NBC on Wednesday, January 17 at 9/8C. Deadline revealed that Andrea Newman, who previously co-showrunner on Chicago Fire with Derek Haas, has been moved to chief showrunner now that Haas has resigned. The writers' room reopened following the writers' strike's resolution in late September. What can we expect from Chicago Fire Season 12? At the start of Season 12, Taylor Kinney, who plays Kelly Severide, is supposedly coming back to Chicago Fire. It's unclear how many episodes Kinney will be in, but Deadline reports that he's anticipated to return as a full-time cast member. While Kinney was on personal leave, Severide's character was absent for a significant portion of Season 11. The show explained his absence by saying he was attending an arson investigation training program, but when his wife Stella Kidd learned that he had finished the program without telling her and was still not back in Chicago, she took her own leave from the firehouse at the end of the season to go and get him to come home. However, as Kinney comes back, another cast member is about to leave Chicago Fire. Cara Kilmer, who portrays paramedic Sylvie Brett, is departing the show during Season 12, Variety reported on November 16. It's unclear how many early episodes Kilmer will appear in. Though Season 11 concluded with Jess Spencer's Matt Casey, who is now a Portland resident, making a proposal, there has been no news on how Sylvie will be written out of the show. Could Sylvie end up moving to Oregon? Here's all the information we currently know about the major questions heading into Season 12. Does Sylvie accept? If Sylvie accepts Matt's proposal, it seems likely that she will move to Portland because she previously refused to pursue a long-distance relationship with him from Portland to Chicago. Of course, the writers could pull a plot twist and find another way to kill off Kilmer's character in the series. Matt Casey, is he coming back to Chicago? Once more, Kilmer's departure may provide an explanation for this one. If Sylvie accepts Matt's proposal, it makes sense that she will move to Portland and that he will stay there, though we cannot be certain of this. Matt moved to Portland in Season 10 to care for his late friend Andy Darden's two teenage sons, one of whom is currently attending college and the other is almost there. Deadline asked Jesse Spencer in April if he planned to return to the show, but he hasn't made any official remarks about it. Spencer told Deadline, "I cannot answer that question. The possibility of returning would be amazing. Although the initiative isn't really in my hands, I'm always up for that. I've always told series co-creator Derek Haas that I'm fully open to returning for any episodes he feels would be appropriate since I enjoy working there and I want to see the old gang. However, I'm not sure if I'll return full-time or anything. Will Mouch pass away? I guess we'll just have to wait and see what the writer's room decides after Mouch, who was hit by shrapnel in the Season 11 final, survived surgery only to bleed out in his hospital bed while Herman cried out for assistance from Chicago Med staff. Christian Stolt, who plays Mouch, hasn't made any announcements regarding his departure from the series. Cast of Season 12 of Chicago Fire. Beyond that, nothing has been confirmed, though we already know that Taylor Kinney will be returning to Chicago Fire in Season 12 and that Cara Kilmer will be leaving the show. Based on the state of the storylines at the end of Season 11, we have projected which cast members are most likely to return and which are on the bubble. Chicago Fire's return cast. Christopher Herman, played by David Eigenberg. Chief Wallace Bowden, played by Eamon Walker. As Lieutenant Kelly Severide, Taylor Kinney. Joe Cruz as Joe Manoso. Miranda Ray Mayo portraying Stella Kidd, Lieutenant. Blake Gallo, played by Alberto Rosend. Darren Ritter as Daniel Carey. Green Smith Hanako as Violet Maikami. Lockett, Jake as Sam Carver. Possible comeback for Chicago Fire cast. Regarding Randall Mouch McColland, Christian Stolt. Giving up the Chicago Fire cast. Sylvie Brett, played by Cara Kilmer. Places to see Fire in Chicago. Peacock offers streaming for every one of Chicago Fire's 11 seasons. Chicago PD Season 11. Cast, news, trailer, and all the details you need to know. The drama never stops in Chicago. This fall, the franchise took an extra long break while actors and writers were on strike for fair wages. Now that the writers' strike is resolved and the actors' strike is tentatively over too, it's finally time to put down the deep dish pizza and get back to something even better. Watching Dick Wolf's Chicago PD for an 11th season alongside fellow One Chicago shows Chicago Med, which will be back for its 9th season, and Chicago Fire, which will be back for its 12th. Find out all we know about the forthcoming season of Chicago PD, including where to watch it and when it will premiere, as well as what characters to expect. Newest news on Chicago PD Season 11. NBC has released its mid-season premiere calendar, and it seems safe to say the network is not wasting any time. Chicago PD returns for Season 11 on Wednesday, January 17 at 10/9C. It follows the other One Chicago shows, Chicago Fire and Chicago PD, which also debut their new seasons that night. This is the new season premiere date. When does Chicago PD Season 11 come out? One Chicago series are aiming for 13 episodes for their forthcoming seasons, according to TV Line. Chicago PD Season 11 begins on NBC on Wednesday, January 17 at 10/9C. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. What can we expect from Chicago PD Season 11? Nothing has been revealed about what viewers can anticipate from Chicago PD Season 11. We know that the officers will keep up their efforts to combat crime and bring justice to the city's citizens, and we also anticipate seeing more of the romantic relationship between Officer Kim Burgess, Marina Squirciati, and Officer Adam Ruzick, Patrick John Pfluger. We will also see how the precinct's residents, especially Detective Haley Upton, Tracy Spiridakos, handle his absence after Jesse Lee Soffer, who portrayed Senior Detective Jay Halstead, departed Chicago PD in Season 10. Their marriage appears to be gone. After joining Chicago PD in Season 4 as a recurring character and becoming a regular cast member in Season 5, Spiridakos will be departing the show at the end of Season 11, Variety reports. It's unclear how many episodes she'll appear in when the procedural returns, and it's unclear if this was a creative decision or something else. With whom will Chicago PD Season 11 cast? With the exception of Jesse Lee Soffer, Season 11 cast members who portray the men and women in blue on Chicago Police Department are anticipated to return. However, Tracy Spiridakos, who plays Haley Upton, will be departing the show at the end of the run. Main cast of Chicago PD. As Hank Voight, Jason Bake, Pfluger Patrick John portraying Adam Ruzick, Kevin Atwater, played by Leroyce Hawkins, Trudy Platt, played by Amy Morton, Haley Upton, played by Tracy Spiridakos, Kim Burgess, played by Marina Squirciati, Ben Levy Aguilar in the role of Dante Torres. What is the location of Chicago PD? You may watch Seasons 1 through 10 on Peacock before Season 11 debuts on NBC.